So, okay, I'm now recording.
Good evening, everyone. Happy birthday to all the cancers.
Good evening, everyone. So, Lorelei, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I was a little bit sick and very busy with all the projects, at work I was telling you about. How are you?
Well, I'm feeling good. It's very hot over here at the moment. It's been about 28 degrees.
Oh, that's hotter than here then, because that's only 23 here. You guys are lucky.
Well, the beach is lovely and sunny. Everybody's out on the beach. Well, not everybody, but it's packed. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So you didn't get down to the beach. Can you go to the beach?
Yeah, I was at the beach, but I can't go swimming anymore because I hurt my back and I have a bandage on my back, so I cannot swim anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, with the bandage I cannot go anymore.
So, how's your mum?
Oh, it's the same, unfortunately. Yeah. How is yours?
Yeah, the same. Yes, completely the same. Yes, she hasn't changed over the past 50 years. I don't think.
Oh, that's great. I mean, yeah, amazing.
Yeah. So things are going well for you.
Well, just with the back, I don't want to have an infection, so I just need to make sure that I change the bandage twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. Right now I don't go to the hospital anymore, but I went to the hospital like I told you. And yeah, just to prevent all the infections and stuff.
And how's the lockdown over there?
It's much better. People are not wearing masks anymore. People are going to the restaurants, cafe outside. They go to the beach as well without masks. You only have to wear a mask if you go to the grocery store or to an institution, and also you still have to keep those 2 meters, the social distance and everything now between people. But other than that, it's fine. Just that we finally got rid of the masks. Yeah, outside, as long as we are outside, we can stay without masks. So
yes. Well, yeah. I mean, originally the lockdown was for 2 weeks. Yes, I believe that. Yes.
Yeah, it was originally for 2 weeks, but 2 weeks became 2 years.
Yeah. 2 weeks to 2 years. That's incredible. Yeah, because I think there are plans for another lockdown this winter.
Oh,
just to be on the safe side. Right?
Well, there are a lot of protests for the sanitary pass. I don't know if you saw that on television. A lot of people are against it, also from the medical services and also people who refuse vaccination. So yeah, it's still not a common solution yet that they agreed on for now. So we'll see how it goes and how it will turn out. Yeah.
Well, there's a big protest planned for tomorrow in London. Yes, and people will be meeting in Parliament Square, which is a very small square. I've been there. Yes, and the square itself is good for about, well, I suppose you could squeeze in 10,000 people. Yes, but I think they're really expecting about 10 million people to go to London tomorrow. I mean, that would be the top figure. Yes, but
I wouldn't want to drive in
London. At least 500,000. Yes, but they won't show anything on the BBC. The BBC says it's not news. Yes. Unless they can exploit it in some way. Yeah.
I don't know if you met if we had the same teacher at the uni here in Kane. She used to say that there are a lot of news at BBC that are being basically, well, not brought, but not fake neither. They're kind of manipulated by some people, like important people. So, well, everybody knows, I suppose, that I don't know if it's a common idea over there and as well for the English people abroad, but it seems like a lot of the information presented at BBC, they only want to show one side of or one position of a certain person on the top level over there. So does it make sense what I say?
Yes. Well, the BBC has been renamed. Yes, it's now called the British Brainwashing Corporation.
Oh, okay. Is that
Yeah.
at that point? Okay, I understand.
British Brainwashing Corporation, and it's that's just the nickname they've got.
Well, it's so sad that in 2021 we still have to we don't have the freedom of the press like we are supposed to have it. So yeah.
Well, I think really the BBC started to change in 1984. Yes, it was sort of a lockstep in line with the book 1984.
Wow, that's so great that you actually mentioned that. How do you know that I'm actually reading this book now? I'm actually reading it. Yeah.
Well, it's
Because it was on France Culture here at the radio, so it's one of the top 10 books the most that changed the lives of the most leaders in the world. So this book actually, so that was the only one available at the library here in the city where I live. So of course I borrow it and I'm actually reading it, and and you mentioned it like, well, that means spiritually you are very good. I mean, you can actually anticipate what I'm reading now. Okay, well.
well, I wouldn't go that far, but a strange
But still,
coincidence.
like it's not a.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah. I have. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the Spiritual Journey Facebook group.
Okay.
But I've put the film of it in there. There's a film.
Oh, I will watch it. I didn't have time because I was busy with my.
And there's another film which is called Brave New World, and they're both very realistic for the times we're going through at the moment. Yes.
What I feel now is that it's crazy. I don't know how this will end up. I mean, it's so catastrophic in a sense when you watch with the senator pass. For me, it only indicates one thing, that we're trying to copy China. You know, they have this app on their phone and they actually scan it every time they go some area in their city, and you know, they have to basically check all the time if they're not infected. So why do we have to copy this? I don't understand. Maybe it's not working for Europe, you know, it's something else that works here. Yeah, I mean, we kind of need to find a solution to that. I think.
I think the whole world is in, I think the whole world is in lockstep now. Yes.
I don't feel that way. Do you feel like you are a little bit locked or?
Well, that's the way it appeals. That's the way it appears at the moment. Yes, from all the reports I've heard, because I listen to UK column news rather than the BBC, and the UK column news presents the facts from a real journalist point of view. Yes.
Yeah.
Not from any skewed point of view. biased only in the way of truth, which is unusual these days. Yes. So if you know, if people want real news, which is truth biased, yes, they go to the UK Column News, and it's a very, very successful channel,
Yeah.
which is trying to be blocked and stopped. Yes, because the powers that be, they just don't want the truth to come out. Yes.
We must, as citizens that are fair to the world, we must present the facts in this positive light as they are, and not just, propagate whatever we see on television just for the sake of someone up there, and just, we don't have to listen to what others are telling us. We just have to present the positive information. And
Well, the positive information is with the spiritual journey. So
exactly.
let's talk about a couple of minutes about the spiritual journey to finish this off in a positive way. Yes. How do you feel now that you're on holiday and you're on the frequency of the spiritual journey?
I feel good about it. I just realized that the health is the most important thing, and this is what we should focus on. And instead of spending, I don't know how many billions, or I don't even want to think about it, on vaccination against COVID, I would like to share some other people's thoughts from here in France, at least. We would really love for this finances to be invested in other vaccinations against cancer, for example, or other research, not just fake viruses that keep coming with different, variations from South Africa or wherever they come from. And,
well,
so
in the legal world, on paper, just on paper, they are real. They are real viruses.
yeah, I understand, but it's
just on paper. In the
what
real
people
world,
don't understand here, my point is why there's not enough investment in those vaccines against cancers and disease for so long, and all of a sudden there's so much investment in this coronavirus vaccine, and that's the only
that's
issue that we are discussing here. And there are so many people dying of, at least, for example, ALS. I don't know. I had a loved one who died of ALS, and how come there's no cure for ALS, for example? This is a horrible disease when all your neurons are dying and you're basically suffocating and dying, and there are so many diseases, and I wish there could be done more research about it, and we should discuss about these things and not all the nonsense about wearing masks and how are we getting sick or not, how are we ill if we send our kids to school without masks and so on.
Like you say, in fact, there are 32 diseases or viruses that are said to be worse than COVID. Yes, so 32.
Me personally, I spend about at least 12 euros a week for those masks for my child to go to school, right, for the whole year. Let's say this money I was putting it up for a fundraising for the research for cancer or for the diseases. I see no problem in putting those money in this places rather than just spending them on masks. And I don't see the point of suffocating my child also at the restaurant, school, when he's eating with the mask on. And it's just.
Have you translated that?
No, I didn't. Unfortunately, I cannot, because I was really sick. I was at the hospital, and the thing with the nurse is she's telling me like she's coming to see me, but then she's not coming. I have to go and see her, and she made me lose like a whole day last Sunday, and it was really bad. They're busy, I understand, but I also have my time. So a
So
student, the nurses.
we're going to have to finish there, but don't go
Okay,
away.
well,
Okay, don't go away.
okay, okay.
We'll finish
Well,
there, and we'll talk.
Tomorrow, next week, there will be a happy birthday for all the Leos out there. So bye to all the cancers born in late July.
Yeah, we're
Bye
going to
to
have some good
everyone
weather.
watching.
We're going to have some good weather. Okay,
Yeah.
well, don't go away. I'm just going to stop the recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.